Hey folks, welcome to Tim's Offgrid. I found a great location here to do a dugout shelter. So I'm going to get started on cleaning this out and digging out it a little bit more. Maybe it's long enough, maybe it's not. Maybe it needs to be a little deeper. We'll all see. And I only have a few hours to do this because it's already 3:40. And we need to get this built, done, and slept in. Catch y'all later. All right, folks, welcome to Tim's Offgrid. This is as far as we can get today on the dugout shelter. It's 8 o'clock at night. It's been a long day. So lots and lots of holes in here that'll have to be filled in with more debris. This spot I picked just doesn't have a lot of debris on the ground, so I may have to bring debris in, but there's plenty of sticks. But you can see the first layer of sticks went this way, the next layer went that way, and so forth. So then I just need to fill in the top with as much debris as possible. Ideally, some branches off some trees, and there are a bunch of branches off trees over there. So here's what my sleeping quarters looks like for tonight. It's not bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of those green limbs and throw on top of here. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Hey folks, welcome back to Tim's Offgrid. Time to eat some dinner after spending most of the day or afternoon building that shelter. So I'm going to lay out a log cabin in the base of this that I built. And then I'll have a bunch of real small sticks that I'll put in the center. I'll get my cotton balls and Vaseline, my flint and steel, get all that here in a minute. We'll get this thing going. It won't take much. But we're going to cook dinner. I got a steak to cook over this. So, first things first, we're going to get the fire going, and we need some coals. So putting the Vaseline on the cotton balls, sticking it up in here. A couple places. Oh my, it's starting to rain too. So that's that. Not much to it. So this is what we split up in one of the videos last week. Remember how we said this could be pretty flammable in the fire? What do you think? There you go. There's a little piece of fat wood to help the fire there. Alright, we got really good coals. Cleaning this grating off. Get ready to put our steak on there. Get this going. You know, and having this in a fire pit, all this heat is like right up through there. And it's starting to rain really good right now too. Alright, I'd say that is good. Put a pause on that, be right back. We're going to keep it real simple. I got some black pepper and some Italian seasoning. I got a pretty much 16 ounce top sirloin. And we're gonna get that seasoned up, and I'm gonna throw it on there. All right, be right back. So I am fighting the rain and everything else out here. So I did add a little bit more wood to the fire. I don't think I have much of a choice, really. So I'm gonna throw the steak on. I'm going to go into the shelter, get my rain pants. All right, well, this is how everything's going right now. The rain is coming down. The steak is out there cooking, which is fantastic. And I'm gonna go out there and check on the steak here in a moment. But everything's going pretty well. All right. Little charry, not bad. Keep it going though. We've got a lasagna with meat sauce that requires about 12 ounces of water. And we've got our jet bowl. So I put the stabilizer on the bottom of the fuel. I screwed on the flame part. We're gonna open the valve, hit the striker. All right, and then we need 12 ounces of water in here. All right. So there is a line in here for 2 cups. All right. I'm just going to go just slightly past that line. All right. You line up the hole here with that hole there. All right, twist. Boom, done. All right. Now JetBowl's going to go ahead and get that water going. Meanwhile, I will go check on the steak. Steak actually looks pretty good. I'm gonna cut in there. Oh yeah, look at that. Medium. Perfect. It just got a little flame broiled earlier when I had to add a little bit more fuel to the fire because, for obvious reasons, it was raining pretty heavy. It was taking out what we had. But, you know, that one side got a little burned, but once the flames were gone, everything was going well on this other side. So, looking great right there, I'd say. And we're going to move over back into the shelter to eat this and boil that water for part 2. Our water's just about to boil, so I'm going to go ahead and get this ready. So you'll come over here and rip off this top part. I'm just trying to see. Oh yeah, yeah. Here's a line right there. All right. So rip that off. Make sure you get this oxygen absorber out. All right. We got boiling water. See that? I'm gonna turn the fuel off. And we can rotate that and take it right on out. And here we go with the boiling water right on into our lasagna. It's extremely hot. All right. Once you do that, Once you do that, seal the bag. All right. All right, now while we wait for the lasagna, we'll go ahead and start working on the steak. Look at that. Looks fantastic. Excellent. Well, as you can see, I may have mismeasured, and I've created soup, lasagna soup, but that's okay. It's still edible, and I'm still going to eat it. I ate that entire 16-ounce steak, and now I'm going to eat this lasagna. So, appreciate it, everybody. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get my gear set up while the fire's still going. I'm trying to get those coals so I can get that steak on there. And I did bring the gear. I did the review on this thing. So, after all I've been through, spring break, getting back to Virginia today. Hey, what I say about these things? I deserve some comfort tonight with this gear mat. That's what it is. Pillows in there. All right, with the gear mat, pretty straightforward. So the mat starts taking on air. And that was that. So I'll let it sit here for a little bit longer and do its thing. All right. What took up most of the space in my bag is the sleeping bag. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. I kind of think of this little Offgrid bag as a you know, really, because how small it is and everything. I'm gonna stick this pillow right here for a second, and I know this is kind of disorganized or organized chaos right now. But now you see. I've already got my Gore-Tex bivvy in here so that my sleeping bag's not going to get all jacked up from us being in this dirt and everything else. So obviously, green side down. I'm looking forward to this. I'll feel it. Let's grab my pillow, just stick it right up in there. I'm all tucked in, ready to get my overnight complete in the new dugout shelter. I'm already thinking of a lot of improvements that we'll make to this, but this is it in all its glory. So, all right. Good night, everybody, and I'll see y'all in the morning. All right, looks like we made it till 6 o'clock. I'm gonna start packing up everything, get out of here, get back to the house. But slept really well in here. Got a good night's sleep. So got some ideas for some improvements for the dugout, and go from there. All right, thanks everybody for joining us, and please like, share, subscribe, and we appreciate it. See you, everybody. All right, not much more left to pack up. Remember, that's the Gear memory foam pad. It worked out really well last night. So I'm gonna pack up the rest of this stuff. We're gonna take it from there. So it's 6:30 and we're still rolling. Hey folks, welcome back to Tim's Off-Grid. So one of the last things we got left to do is make the coffee this morning. So that's what we're gonna do. And if you didn't watch our earlier videos, we show some of the videos of how we made this dugout shelter and what it took. It was way harder than what we thought it was going to be. It still needs work. As you can see on the top of it, I just didn't have enough time to finish the top. So I just started trying to pile sticks and debris on the top. That's not really the way to do that. It still needed some more logs up there before I did any more of that. So it's going to be a work in progress, but it worked really well last night. I was super comfortable in there. Despite the mosquitoes being out earlier in the day, not a single mosquito bothered me in there last night. So that was great. All right, so we just put a little bit of water in here for the coffee. And we're going to get that going here. All right. All right, we're going to let that go for a bit. I did want to talk about this dugout again. I did get this tall enough to where I can sit up inside of it. That was the goal. I didn't want to be to the point where you couldn't sit up straight. Now, as you go deeper in, I can sit up a little bit straighter. I'm a little hunched over right here. But right here, I'm sitting straight up, which is great. And we'll keep working on this thing. It'll come along. We'll get it where it needs to be. All right, back to the coffee. Now, if you thought that we didn't bring our creamer and sugar, you're wrong. So, we're going to get the press set up real quick. So first thing in the press is the coffee cup. And inside the cup is a handle for the press. So you need to screw that handle onto the screen. It's in here so you can get the screen out. All right, now that that's out, I'm gonna take our coffee, puncture this, and pour the coffee in. So, hey, if this is enough coffee for serving in the Keurig, it's enough coffee to go into the French press, the Java press, whatever you might want to call it. And that position's killing my knees. We don't need that tarp in there anymore. That's almost hot enough. Look, you don't need boiling water for coffee. Boiling water is going to kill you. You need hot enough. Oof. Yep. And that is hot enough right there. You get steam coming out of that water. You're going to pour the water right into the press. And I'll bring this over to the camera so you can see it. So there's the coffee and everything, the coffee in the hot water. I'm going to take the press and press it down. There you go. Voila. I'm just going to use my coffee cup over here instead of the one that came with the press. This is the spoon I used last night for the lasagna. And you see with this fire pit, if I wasn't going to use this again, because I saved everything around it, I just fill back in. And this is how we used to always do it in Scouts. Because most of the time when we were camping, there was no established fire pit anywhere. And this is stevia, by the way. So we were always having to dig fire pits. We always had to dig latrines too. And in Scouts nowadays, boys don't have to do that either. There's usually some type of bathroom facility or porta-john wherever we go. You know, funny thing about coffee, when I was in the Navy, I wouldn't drink coffee. Now that I've been doing what I've been doing for as long as I have, I drink coffee now. And as you can tell, it's just coffee coming out. The grinds aren't coming out. It's just the coffee. We made just enough for this cup of coffee. All right, get that good and stirred up. We're going to let that sit for a minute because it's super, super hot. While we let that sit, show y'all again how to take this jet bowl apart. So you can take the top part off. It has a cover that it goes in. Unscrew from the fuel bottle. Rotate the valve over. Take the stand off the bottle. Rotate the legs of the stand. Put the stand legs in there. Put the burner in there. Put the fuel in there, and I got the lid right over there. In terms of the Java press, all we got left are those grinds that are in there. I still got some extra water. I'm going to wash the screen and stuff off. There you go. I'm going to try to wash some of this out real quick. Obviously, I'll take this home and clean it properly. But I'm just trying to do it quick and dirty right now. All right, we'll put the screen back in. We'll put the sleeve back in here. Undo the handle. Its cup goes back in there. Remember, this was the one that's from GSI Outdoors Java Press. I've had this for years. It's come in very handy. I stick the handle right back in there. Then I close that lid. All right. So now we're just waiting for the coffee to cool down just a little bit. I think I burned my mouth enough on the lasagna last night that I'll let that cool off. But let's take one more sip. Fantastic. All right. Please give us a thumbs up. Please like and share. You can hit that notification bell when you want to get notified of when a new video is dropped. I hope to do more of this, but not by myself, with Ethan. I knew he didn't want to come out here after we drove back 6 hours from Tennessee. He didn't want to drive another, distance to come out here to Camp Thames. So I came out here by myself. I like when he's with me and I can teach him these skills, and that he'll be able to teach these skills to others. There's nothing more powerful than empowering those that will go on to empower others, who will go on to empower others, etc. Nothing more powerful. You got to think about what your life mission is. All right. So, like I said on the shelter, we'll come back. We'll do this properly. I got in a rush last night because I did want to sleep in it. Just started piling stuff on there, but I'll take that stuff back off. We'll build it properly. But again, thank you, everybody. Thanks for the support. We're over 150 subscribers now as of this morning. So take care, everybody. See y'all.